Over the last few decades, and even more so the last few years, the business world has seen a lapse in judgment in some businesses and employees. With this lack of judgment has shown that ethical regulations are being broken by businesses. These issues can range from environmental problems, falsified resumes, sexual misconduct, accounting scandals, and fraudulent inside trading. In more recent years, social media has also caused a great deal of problems for numerous businesses. The solution to solving these issues is not always simple, but with thoughtful planning, conscious leaders, and a conscious business, the answer can be found as to how to follow all of the rules that are set into place. In 2015, a major ethical scandal occurred when the car company Volkswagen installed software that tricked the Environmental Protection Agency's emission testers. In 2015, the era of more environmental friendly cars were well underway, and the competition was fierce with other competitors to offer a product that was eco friendly and that also had great gas mileage. Instead of strategizing new plans to profit in ethical ways, the company decided to break major ethical laws and lie to their consumers and inspectors. So what did they do exactly? Volkswagen installed a form of software that could sense when someone was testing the car for emissions. This would then activate a piece of equipment that had the ability to reduce the emissions, making the car look like it was much more eco-friendly than it truly was. What the equipment actually did once the testing was completed and the car was in drive also caused issues for the environment. While the car was in drive, the equipment would actually increase the emissions being polluted into the environment, which were way beyond the legal limit allowed. When emissions are burning at this high of a level, they have been known to cause emphysema, bronchitis, and other respiratory diseases. Some researchers found that the reason the pollutants were released at higher standards with Volkswagen was due to the fact that the company was trying to save more fuel, which would be more appealing to the consumers. The scandal broke many ethical laws due to the fact that fraud, lying, and overall environmental health hazards were created for over 10,000 cars sold in the United States since 2015. That means over 10,000 consumers and then some, if you're talking people that were passengers in the car, have been affected by this. Volkswagen ended up losing approximately $20 billion in the scandal due to the fact that the investors worried the scandal would bring the markets down. The company also had to repay the consumers who purchased the cars and also ensure that fines were paid from environmental regulations that were broken. One major way that the company could have avoided this issue would have been to strategize a plan to create a well sought after car that was good for the environment and competitive in pricing for consumers. Although it may have cost the company a lot more money to make the car that was eco-friendly, the profit would have most likely been there, and with more planning, the company would have known exactly how much profit they could have made. Instead, the company lost much more due to the fact that their credibility is now at an all-time low, and billions were either paid out to fines and consumers, or their stocks have been dropped, and investors are gone. Another way to ensure proper strategic planning and success in product is to always be honest and to bring in outside companies or well-trained employees that can test for these types of things and ensure all regulations are met. The overall problem with this case was that honesty was not a priority for the company, and to ensure a lifelong customer and a happy customer, it is absolutely necessary that honesty always be the main key for any company. Thank you.